I'm standing over here with Rich Gaspari at the Gaspari Nutrition booth here. You got one of the biggest booths in the whole place, and obviously the Gaspari Nutrition products are very popular here in South America. I know you love coming down to Brazil, right?
Oh, I love coming to Brazil. It's a beautiful country, beautiful, people. It's always great to be here. Last year was the first year for the Arnold Classic. This year it's even bigger, so it's very exciting.
Does it remind you of when you did the Arnold Classic in the United States for the very first year in 1989? You were the first champion. It was like in a little dingy little hall they had it, wow. And now it's like expanded into heaven, so to say.
Well, I mean, this is still much bigger than when I competed in the first Arnold Classic, and no, it's amazing how that whole, Arnold Classic has grown now from, Brazil to Madrid to Australia, South Africa, and continues to grow. So it's amazing, and same as my company started to progress from 1997 till the present.
But do you find that you have to be more innovative down here, and sometimes you come out with even a better product? I know that a lot of companies, and I'm sure you have a very good staff of researchers and formulators. Do you find that sometimes you come out with better products long term because you have to be more creative?
Well, the United States is one of the most freest countries when it comes to regulations. So if you can make a great product internationally, what happens is that product can then be used for the United States as the rules get stricter and more strict. So I do agree, we have to be very innovative when it comes to coming up with natural products that you could sell in the international market, and sometimes they can be as good or even better than the American versions.
When you hit a country like Brazil, do you find that the Brazilians really I see a lot of people coming up to you and really happy to see your products, to see you here. Do you feel like almost more welcome sometimes in other countries than your own?
Well, the South American market and the South American people are very friendly people and they're very outgoing, so they come to you and they're more appreciative to see someone like myself, where in the United States, I guess, they're used to seeing me. So, if I'm at a show in the United States, they see all the pros, including myself. So yeah, it's kind of neat to come here and get more appreciated by people from other countries all over the world.
Now you have a book out, a best-selling book on Amazon.com. You came out with. You talked a little about this in Australia. I understand you've translated it into Portuguese for the Brazilian market.
We are translating now 51 Days No Excuses into Portuguese for the Brazilian market. We have it right now translated into Italian for the Italian market. We're doing the Spanish market. So the book is growing, sales are growing. We have the book distributed now in Australia, New Zealand, and the United Kingdom. So, the book was made basically tell a little bit about myself. It's a how-to and how to get in shape, but it's also a book about myself and how to motivate yourself to become a better, better bodybuilder or a better person.
Is it hard, Rich, to talk about yourself? Because I always find that hard to write about. I can write about anyone else, but it's hard to write about myself.
It is hard to talk about yourself because you seem like you're egotistical, but as myself, you have Gaspari Nutrition, the brand, and then Rich Gaspari, who's actually another entity to the brand. So we're constantly, trying to keep awareness to myself. And it's funny because I have people that are our age that recognize me for my accomplishments in bodybuilding, and then you see 18, 19, 20-year-old kids that come up to me that know me for the brand, but then learn about what I did as a bodybuilder.
They don't even know you're a bodybuilder yet.
But they do by looking it up, and they start seeing, wow, you won, you came, 3 times second place, and you're Arnold winner. So I get this new fan club of younger generations that are now knowing who Rich Gaspari is.
Do you find that it's very easy in our industry to become irrelevant? If you're out of the industry for, say, 4 or 5 years, it's almost like you keep recreating yourself and you're like ephemeral in essence.
Well, that's what you have to do, because you're right. Joe Weider once said there's always a new breed of bodybuilder coming out every year. So those new kids, if you're not relevant in the sport, you become unknown. So even, a Mr. Olympia, if you go back 20 years, they won't know who he is. So you have to be relevant. So I stay relevant through my brand by, doing the videos that we're doing, by doing, social media and being at the shows. They get to know who Rich Gaspari is, writing the book. So yeah, I am constantly recreating who Rich Gaspari is.
And I know you're into social media, but do you tweet and do stuff like that and communicate with the fans?
I do a lot of my own social media through Twitter, Facebook. I do have some help with the company because we have a company behind me, but no, a lot of it is me, talking to the fans.
Do you think that's why the fans really can relate to you so well?
I think they do, because I answer questions, training questions, diet questions, motivational questions. It's a constant, staying in touch with the fans. It's like being here at the show. you're talking to people, but through social media, it's just more broad. You can get to talk to, you know, thousands of people.
You're a rarity in the industry. Not many top-level executives or company owners will do that, but yet you still seem to have a touch with the fan. I have to believe that somewhere inside you enjoy that.
This is the part that I really enjoy. For me, being there with the fans and me being part of still being this guy that trains in the gym, that challenges my athletes, for me that's a lot of fun. I don't want to be a guy that's a guy who just sits behind a desk. I'm the guy that likes to be out there in front, you know, of the cameras and be out there as a brand. I'm much more different and unique than a lot of other brands been doing that.
Keep up the great work, and thanks for putting out a great product, Rich.
Thank you very much.
Rich Gaspari.